I got an email notification from TikTok and I completely forgot I had an account. I always spoke poorly of TikTok on my videos, but I eventually decided to try it out, right? And I used it to promote my music, and it was actually the most convenient way to get my music out. One thing I like about TikTok and YouTube is that even though some creators are definitely pushed more by the algorithm because certain people are pushing buttons behind the scenes, you know what I'm saying? Everyone at least does get an opportunity to be recommended or seen. Twitch, for example, is the opposite, which is why I stopped streaming. If you're not popular, you're all the way at the bottom of categories and everything, and the popular people just continue to get more popular. On TikTok and YouTube, you see those videos, you see like YouTube channels with like one view, right? And you'll get recommended the video. Like everyone gets a chance. My issue with TikTok is still somewhat consistent over the years, despite the help it gave me. I feel like, and I'm not exaggerating, I feel like TikTok literally destroyed an entire generation. Productivity issues, mental health issues, misinformation that isn't filtered. TikTok's literal design, even from the jump, was to doom scroll. I feel like it heavily reduces focus. And then people be complaining about how they have focus issues nowadays. There were like even studies about this. And now everyone and their mother got ADHD somehow. I wonder why. I'm not saying this because of the fact social media content consumption is very fast paced, quick, short, and requires no deep intellectual attention span at this point. You could just watch videos now and can be brain dead and somehow still enjoy the content. TikTok's design was literally meant for that. Short form content, infinite scrolling, and the content on TikTok was filled with promoting things that was blatantly misleading and harmful. YouTube is different in a sense because look, people do spread misinformation on YouTube all the time, right? Are people incorrect with their opinions in videos on YouTube? All the time. I contribute that stuff like that too. But man, YouTube will literally shadow ban videos, channels, anything. If something comes off too aggressive, controversial, or mentions, specific topics that they purposely filter out. YouTube has an AI that will watch your video before it actually gets published. And if the AI determines the video shouldn't get recommended because it fits certain criterias, they'll shadow ban the video. From what I researched, this AI will also look if your video spreads what it considers misinformation. Not what you consider, not what everyone else considers, what it considers misinformation, what the AI considers it. So it may be watching, here's the thing. You can be watching your favorite YouTuber and you be like, man, my favorite YouTuber right here, they're spitting facts. But if the YouTube AI considers it misinformation under their quote fact checker, there goes the video. You know what I'm saying? That video is not really going to go anywhere. If it does, it's going to be off of just the muscle. You know what I'm saying? YouTube is really good at catching and stopping videos from going viral because the content is very controversial. Unless, like I said about that button pushing. But if it slips through, then suddenly the video gets taken down. We've seen this like hundreds of times, right? Now, TikTok kind of does that, but it's not that strong. You'll see harmful content go viral before it gets caught. But look, and for those who use TikTok, how many times have you seen things that aren't allowed on the platform? And you got to start questioning stuff like this. Like, how is this? Is nobody even moderating videos? I remember people were talking about how they were seeing videos of some kid falling out of a roller coaster. He didn't have a seatbelt on. I'm sure you guys know that situation, right? I remember people were saying they saw the Charlie Kirk shooting video on it. Like, there's just uncensored and everything. All this stuff. It eventually got taken down, right? But you try to post stuff like that on YouTube, hey, you better start looking at your watch. You know what I'm saying? You're on a countdown right there. You're going to be gone real soon. But the argument may be made, cool, well, how is this bad? TikTok is better then. Because from how even you're describing it, Aku, YouTube is heavily censored and moderated, especially when it comes to sensitive or real topics. Even hurting YouTubers or content creators who have good intentions, who may have accurate or factual takes on things, but maybe they'll come off too aggressive in their videos. Their vocabulary is not the best, right? That may be true. Yeah, YouTube is heavily censored and moderated. And also, TikTok videos, they'll also create an open discussion about certain things that YouTube wouldn't allow, like certain things related to mental health, dating, and other sensitive topics with people and so forth. But the problem is this. People will take advantage of that opportunity, knowing TikTok doesn't fact check. anything, it feels like. And then certain ideologies become normalized, or harmful train of thoughts become also normalized or influence to teenagers and young adults. And I feel like that heavily contributes to backward thinkings at times. Look, let me simplify this. Imagine you're on a social media platform where you have infinite scrolling, it autoplays videos, things can go viral before fact checks, and the content it's showing, it's hyper personalized to you. If you think that isn't going to destroy your critical thinking ability, hey, I guess this proves my point. When something is designed like this, when you ever have a moment to have a thoughtful evaluation of what you just watched? Especially if the algorithm pushes echo chambers. The For You page on TikTok is literally an echo chamber of reinforcement. Because why? It's hyper personalized, even if it's misinformation. But because it's popular and it has a lot of likes or comments, or it's within a certain community that will heavily support this misinformation, to you, it must be true. Nobody's stopping that, right? I saw people talking about, this one was crazy. I was going to make a video about this too. I just never got around to it because, YouTube will have a problem with this. I saw a video talking about, or people talking about how peppermint tea cures cancer. No, peppermint tea will not cure your cancer. That's blatant misinformation. And people in the comments were like, oh my God, where do I buy peppermint tea in bulk? And there's videos about this. Y'all are distorting people out here. And TikTok will just run it through the algorithm. They'll do it with conspiracy theories too, really harmful conspiracy theories, hateful conspiracy theories. Hey, I just don't understand, This is what happens. This is just how I feel about it. Ever since TikTok came through, I feel like it's done more damage than good. Yeah, and people, you may use the argument, well, we have YouTube Shorts now. We have Instagram Reels. Oh, what about Vine? We had Vine before TikTok or whatever. Yeah, but these platforms are designed way different. What I'm saying in this video is not about just short form content. That's got an issue as well, but it's about the design, echo chambers, and how dopamine driven TikTok is. Specifically TikTok. Anyway, what do you guys think? This episode is found on Spotify and YouTube. I'm out.